It's just the truth. Okay? And that's why we're trying to push brothers and sisters coming together on the Sabbath and getting some type of spiritual connection with those you assemble with in your respective states and cities. By doing that, your children will have that social life amongst those of like mind and will not get tainted by this virus. People will be catching this virus in the school big time. They're going to call your government in your schools, and here it is, you at work. And now your children then got inoculated with this disease, and they come home and they're sick, and you're sitting there taking care of them, and they're spreading this disease like wildfire. Your entry is not valid. Okay? We're dealing with serious mad scientists. Yes. Get it. Jeremiah 30 and 13. Read it.
Jeremiah 30 and 13. There is none to plead thy curse, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. All thy lovers have forgotten thee.
That goes right with it. Okay. All right. There is no healing medicines in this society. That goes right with it, sister. Good scripture. Because they don't make medicines to heal. They make medicines for symptoms. It's an entirely different situation. You know, medicines are supposed to go directly to healing the problem. They deal with the symptoms. It will. It will, but if you're in the midst of a pandemic, I mean, it get healed and you'll get it again. I mean, the only thing you can do is get out. Okay, it's millions of people will die from this. You have to realize this swine flu here is the worst medical cocktail in a syringe known to man. They might as well just take a gun and start shooting people. Because there's swine, human, and bird flu. They went into a laboratory and took these strains and made one great cocktail. Okay? There's no way these three would naturally come in connection with each other. So it's to the point now, they're like, listen, let's kill the people. It's over. These people, if they continue to allow us to do what we're doing, and the spirit of the Most High is in the earth, like the brother mentioned earlier. Once the Most High spirit get in us, once the Most High settle amongst us, and we get that power from the Most High, nothing they can do or think up will be able to stop us. Okay? So they have to try to shut us down before we get to that point. Okay? The first sign that we're coming out of our captivity is now we're able to aim or actually see those that are inflicting the ill or sin against us. That's the first sign that we're coming out of our captivity. We know our enemies now. We know. We see them crystal clear. It's the Zionists that are establishing this earth, that are controlling our media. And it's the governments that are being controlled by Zionist money. Period. They're not for the children of Israel. And who's behind them? What spirit is behind them? Satan. And these pastors and these preachers, these guys are going to be used by the government to roll their parishioners or followers right into these army lines to get these vaccines and to get the mark of the beast. They're going to use these pastors.
Do you think that they'll be giving a different strain to their own children, or will they be satisfied with having people outside?
These people are getting out of the country. The government, see, you have to realize the government and the government families, they have an evacuation underground in Virginia, under Washington, D.C. They have places that they can live for years on end. They have organic food, or what you would call certain foods being grown underground, beds of rice. I mean, that will last for years. So the government and the Congress and all them, they'll be able to live through this. They're not going to shoot their children with this mess. They know what's in there. I seen on C-SPAN where the guy was actually announcing, and he was just saying he couldn't even read the paperwork for human disposal. Only thing he could say was classified, the urban disposal classified. So they know that something is going to come in the United States that will have a need for mass graves. They know that. They're prepared for it. So their children are not getting these vaccines. They may do a fake media campaign and make it look like the president is getting shot with it and his family, but they're not getting shot with that mess. That's Hollywood. Okay, so they're going to use Barack Obama for this too. So brothers and sisters, do not get this vaccine. We're going to be straight up with you. That's why we're trying to make sure the elders in all the areas come tight to see who's really in the congregations in these different areas. And if we know anyone that's getting these shots, before we up out of here, they cannot be amongst the gathering. Okay, we'll give them all the scriptures they need. Okay, we'll give them the videos they need, everything. Okay,